I want to scare Ashley because she's late. Her and her sister. I hope they don't leave. I hope she don't kick me.
Is Keela under the table? I was like, what the hell? She's bringing a duffel bag? What are you doing?
I was trying to scare you.
It didn't work. Hey, I'm from the trailer park. We're always aware of our surroundings.
Hi, I'm Keela.
And I'm Ashley.
And we met on TikTok.
2 trailers, 1 park.
And we were raised by 2 mother hustlers.
I raised my mama.
Oh my gosh, I did too.
Well, let's talk about that. We can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can. Hey, bitches.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. Today we got Jessica here with us, which is my big sister. Welcome, Jessica. It's our first guest.
Thank you. I know. We're so excited to have you here.
Yes, like we've never had a guest, so this is our first time, and we will either screw this way up or we will rock this shit.
You may be our first and last guest.
Right. Keela's sister was supposed to come today, but she couldn't make it.
Because she sucks balls.
Yeah, so there's that. But anyways, this is my older sister, Jessica, and if you follow us from TikTok, you know her from Trailer Park Chronicles, and we talk about how we were raised and, well, how we are now, and we're very excited to have you today, sis.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Can we get some applause?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's enough.
Cut. Okay. So Jessica and I own a salon together, Sisters with Scissors.
And how'd y'all come up with that?
So we worked at a shop for like 10 years, and like the last 5 years.
What was it called?
Dale's Super Styles.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah, it wasn't. And at the very end, every time the phone rang, it was for one of us. So she'd say, "Hell, we should name this Sisters and Company." So we were actually going to name it Sisters and Company. And then my friend was outside, and she was like, "What are y'all going to name the new salon?" And I was like, "Oh, Sisters and Company." She's like, "That's boring as shit." And she was like, "Well, why don't y'all name it Sisters with Scissors?" So I was like, "Well, we'll put that in a hat." And we did, and we drew it, and that's what we got. So Sisters.
What was the other?
Just Sisters and Company. It was Sisters and Company or Sisters with Scissors. And
Should have been I Will Cut You.
well, that's our logo.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
not our logo, but whatever.
I like it.
Anyways, yeah. So we've been in business for 9 years, and it's a shit show. It's entertaining as hell. It really is.
Is it like the podcast?
Oh, it's probably worse.
And I think every day they're going to shut us down. I don't know why.
I mean, health department. No, y'all. Is it a health department?
No, it's the state of Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep thinking they're just going to shut us down.
And it's not going to be the health department. It's going to be like the citizens of the town.
Yeah.
It's like Dick's Last Resort.
They're gonna
But
be marching with.
Yeah, picketing, but they're all scared, so they won't do that because they're scared. They know that we will actually cut them. So
And you got more people that'll cut them.
right, exactly. So that's the only thing that we have going for us is that they're scared of us. So we do a lot of like town officials and stuff, but
So y'all got all the goosey gossip.
yes,
The juicy
yes,
gossip.
Yes, we do get
What was
that.
that?
She had a little stroke. It's okay though. She's coming back.
Well, I tried not to put my lip gloss on,
Oh,
so
really?
we didn't.
Smack.
Smack.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's me and my sister's daily life. We work in a salon, and I always say like I'd say we're like decent out here. You're probably not going to get made fun of if you get your haircut there, but more often than not, we're really entertaining, and we talk lots of shit to the clients. So we have a really good clientele.
Well,
So,
good.
Yeah. So
I bet it's interesting.
it's very interesting. We really need to put some cameras up because sometimes.
Oh,
I mean,
should.
and if nothing else, she and I laugh. Like the clients don't even know what the hell's going on, and we're like, knee slapping, can't freaking get it together because we're laughing. So we laugh at ourselves and each other more.
Now,
than
how many are they?
We have 4.
employees? Stylists.
stylists. We have 4.
Stylists.
So there's me, her, and then 2 other ones.
Girls
So,
or boys?
all girls. We did have a boy, but he just moved. He was a barber, and he just moved off to his own. Shout out to Gary. We're proud of you.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, if you could come back
Peace
and give us
out,
that
Gary.
booth rant, we'd really
Deuces.
appreciate that. But yeah, we're a freaking riot at work because we don't really hold back. But anyways, thank you for coming on our podcast.
You do need cameras.
We do.
Fly on the walls. in
Yes,
there.
because I'm telling you, I'll be on the way home and I'll be laughing so like because I'll think of something that we said and I cannot get it together. But I'm one of those that can laugh over something for like I don't just laugh over something and then get over it. I laugh about it for like ever. I don't understand people that can just chuckle and move on with their life.
Oh, me neither.
Like it is my life until I'm over it.
Y'all are silly.
Yeah. See,
All
you just
right.
moved on, Keela.
I
What's it
did,
like
I
to be
did.
God's favorite?
Oh, I'm trying to to think of what I was. Oh, so how many are there of you guys? Or how many
Our
siblings?
mom,
3
our mom has 3. Our dad has 5 or 6.
and counting.
Yeah, and count. We're at the Duggars.
So there's 3 of y'all, and then there's 5 other ones besides you 3?
No, there's 3 of us and then 3 others.
Okay, so there's 6 total.
Yeah, Dad has.
But
yeah.
our mom only has 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mom has, all of us are full blooded. Like we have the same mom and dad. So typically when people say like, how many siblings do we have? We just say whatever mom has, because that's what we were raised with. But
Now, do they all live close to y'all?
no, not like in Nashville. So like an hour away.
So y'all have a brother. So it's you 2 and a brother.
Yes.
Now, is he middle? Oh,
He's older than Jessica.
okay,
He's the
so
oldest.
he's oldest.
Yes. He's 14 months older than Jessica.
Okay.
But he acts 14 months younger than Jessica. So she's like
you.
the oldest. Yeah. Yeah. She's the oldest, even though by numerical she's not. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's always been the mom of the
So
group.
you were always Ashley's mom.
Yes.
And so who raised you?
God.
A prayer.
That's the only answer I can give you because there was nobody else.
Jesus took the wheel.
Yes.
And so now, do you think you grew up differently than Ashley, or
A little.
a little,
Yeah.
like better or worse, or
Oh, worse.
Oh,
First-
yeah.
Well, because she had somebody, I didn't.
yeah?
So,
And she shielded me.
yes, I didn't have anybody to protect me.
Yeah.
She did as much as I could. Yes.
So she was like your little baby doll, like your little live Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
See, I wish Dixie and I'd had that because it was
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
Mm.
It stinks when it's just you and your
Mhm.
only child, and you got to deal with all the crazy, and then
Yeah, but you didn't have a child to worry about.
yeah,
So that is the good thing.
Because her childhood was robbed because she had to be an adult for me.
that's
You
what
know
Dixie
I mean?
says because she had to take care of Cassie
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
So there's like
Tina.
good,
Lord, I forgot the other sibling's name.
yeah, good and bad to it.
Yeah,
It's because she had to grow up so fast to be a parent to me.
yeah.
And so she moved out when I was 12 and you were 17.
Yes.
And then I became Barbara Jean's parent. Insert nervous laughter.
Yeah, because you were the original parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you were the original
Yeah.
raising Barbara Jean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She was the buffer. So then I got gifted that job.
You passed it on.
Yeah. And I didn't really get butt whoopings and stuff because Jessica got the hell beat out of her.
Uh-huh.
And I always say, like, hell no, I learned from your mistakes. I didn't have to make no mistakes. I seen what the hell you went through.
See, I just got to pass it on to my poor stepdad, and I didn't even warn. He had no warnings.
Bless it.
I know. I'm like,
Mm.
she's yours.
Yeah.
Take her.
She always said Jessica had a smart mouth, but really Jessica was just probably, taking up for herself or,
Right.
defending herself.
Right.
But, yeah, I didn't. I stayed in the clear because I seen. what the hell-
Now, so how many nieces and nephews are there between?
the 3 of us,
Uh-huh.
7.
Mhm.
Mom had 7 grandkids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure your whose kids are older?
Our brothers.
Our brother
Okay.
has 2, and then Jessica has 3, and then I have 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Aw.
mhm.
See, I did miss out on that because I would like to have been there. I like babies. I don't much like kids, so I probably would have liked spoiled them all and then
Mhm.
kicked them to the curb.
Well, we didn't get to spoil a whole lot because we were
Yeah.
so busy raising our own.
yeah.
And which, of course, my kids are younger than theirs, but and I spoiled hers until I got pregnant, which was about 6 months or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, not long.
Yeah, it wasn't long before I got pregnant myself. So, we didn't do that we did it together. She
Yeah.
and I did things together with our kids, but
Y'all kind of co-parent together.
yeah, and we still do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like my mom would always say, she helped me with Emily and Cole
yeah.
because, Emily's dad's a
Mm-hmm.
douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Jessica didn't have much help with her kids growing up
No.
as far as babysitters and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I did because my ex-in-laws were really good and helped me, but
you were just single mom.
Yes.
Mhm. Who was married? Single mom that was married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, our mom would watch them, but you liable to go back the next day and they would be taking care of her because she'd got a hold of something.
Right.
So you couldn't trust it more than about 12 hours.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had one of those. Or when she would offer to watch them, I should have known. Something
Yeah.
was-
But I
Yeah.
was so
Like, what are
desperate.
you
I was like,
doing?
y'all be fine. Y'all be fine.
You need to toughen up anyways. 'cause-
And Drew's like, she's making drug deals in the parking lot, Mom.
you're
I'm
like,
like,
"Hey."
it's fine. It's fine. It's getting her some stuff.
Just go back in the house. I mean, yeah, because like on the last podcast, when I knew that if she called and asked for the kids, she'd be like, "Hey, what's the kids doing? And can you bring $50?" I'm like, "I'll just bring the $50 because
See, I didn't. I brought the kids and $50. I was going to make her earn it.
I know. I don't understand this new generation of kids, and they want to keep them all the time. And like I was trying to get rid of mine when they were young.
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
Oh yeah." They also say we were like toxic parents. Whatever.
Yeah.
We did the best we could.
Yep.
I was on the way up here listening to a podcast, and they were like, "If you hit your kids," and I'm like, "I mean, I don't hit my kids."
I knocked the hell out of them.
I don't really hit mine. I throw things. I'm a thrower.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a
I've
pop
choked
at it.
mine and everything.
God, I would love to choke mine sometimes. Not bad. But one time I did hit Cole with a spatula in his forehead. I was cooking dinner and he wouldn't shut up, and I was like, "Keep on," and I just picked up something and threw it, and it hit him right here. I mean, he looked like a little Indian kid for a minute. He had a little dot on his head, and I was like, "You're lucky it wasn't a knife."
That's right. What did you do to Molly? What'd you throw at her?
I hit her in the back with a basketball.
Because she took off running, so Jessica chunked a basketball at her and knocked her down.
I raised her like my mom raised us.
Right.
Except for I was sober.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
and I'm
and
fine.
we were fine.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I like whoopings. That's why I tell mine. That's why I had you.
that's right.
I want you to do it because I want to hit you.
Yeah.
Yes, we
It
love
makes
hitting
me
kids.
feel better.
Well, I found out 2 weeks later she had scoliosis real bad. She had to have a major surgery.
But you didn't do that. It was like
No.
that before.
No, it probably didn't help it, but
Don't be
she
trying
was
to blame
going to
it
have
on
to.
me.
Yeah, she was going to have the surgery anyway, so I was fine with that.
Jessica's kids were wild. Like Molly wrecked how many cars
4.
before she was age what?
Oh, 9.
Oh God!
She totaled her granddad's truck.
Oh hell!
Jessica's house was like a circus.
Really, it was only 2 cars, but one of them she totaled.
Before really, she was 9.
I don't even know if she was 9 then.
What hell?
How old was she when she totaled
I
Granddad's
didn't
truck?
see
Probably
her.
8 or 9. She was 8 or 9.
She pulled it out of gear.
Yeah, and it was idled real high, and so the truck went backwards. And she actually wasn't in there because she jumped out, got
Oh.
a lot of road rash and stuff, and totaled her granddad's truck.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She also
Didn't even get charged with it.
No.
Wasn't
Nope.
even on a record.
Mm-mm.
She also shot a shotgun through the
Shut
house.
the hell up.
SKS.
When I tell-
She was like 4.
yeah,
Oh God!
Jessica didn't know it worked. Like it's an
No.
old antique.
I'm pretty sure
one.
my boys had been aiming it at one another. Like it was under the bed. It was an old gun that nobody used, and I'm pretty sure I went
It was
there a
from the
couple times.
Revolutionary War, so she didn't know it worked.
Right. Jake probably had it stuck to Drew's forehead. I mean, who knows?
We've got my husband's brother's got a shotgun. My husband don't hunt. We don't. I don't know this shot. It's never been cleaned. I mean, it just sits in the closet and it's loaded. And I'm like, one day it's gonna fall over and it's gonna
Yeah.
shoot him, and I'm gonna get the blame for it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do a gun because
Yeah,
if I did,
same.
I would shoot somebody.
We
so.
could ask Jessica's daughter to show
She
us.
knows.
My daughter Emily's a shoot. She loves to shoot a gun.
I don't like guns. I'm not
I
a
don't
gun
either.
person.
No, I don't like guns.
I feel like
either.
it's too much power in my hands.
My daddy's a bit. He has a bunch of guns, and I've shot one time, and the bullet come back and went on my shirt
the
and
little-
burnt me, and I was like, I'm done.
Whatever
Yeah,
it's
whatever
called. Yeah.
kickbacks out of it, or
Yeah.
it's hot. Stupid. Yeah,
But
whatever.
Jessica's
That's
kids
funny,
are tough
though.
as hell.
They are.
They
Everyone
always have
else.
been.
Awesome. Those
Yeah.
are good stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just
What does she do now?
She's going to
nursing
school.
She'll have her bachelor's.
Oh, well, good.
In May.
So if she shoots anybody,
Right.
Yeah.
She can pack the
totals
wound.
car.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she hasn't totaled any cars, but funny story. I was driving to town one day and I saw this car behind this mail truck and it was so close to the mail truck you couldn't even see the car. And I was like, oh my God, look at that car. It's going so, it is so close to the mail truck. And we get up to it and it's Jessica's daughter. And I'm like, holy shit. I couldn't even tell what kind of car it was. She was like, well, he was going slow. And I was like, well, slow down, sis. But yeah, she's going to be a nurse, thank God, because we need some. She may be doing like Botox and stuff. We're hoping.
Oh,
Yes.
that's amazing. Because that's the
She's going to work
way
at
to go.
maybe for a plastic surgeon or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or even just LPN, I think. That's what my lady is.
Yeah.
She just works under somebody.
And that's what I
comes-
told her daughter. I was like, you could also work, do that extra
Yeah.
on the side.
Because it's a bunch of cash.
Yeah. So, yeah. But Jessica was, she has a lot of trailer park stories where I don't remember as many trailer park stories. But
I think because you were small when we moved out of there.
Yeah.
So you didn't really get to enjoy
No,
The
I didn't get to
trailer
run rampant like they did.
No.
But
So I
funny-
had to watch Mom. I
Right,
mean,
exactly.
I had stuff to do.
Ashley, get in there and watch your mom.
4 years old. I'm like, so what do I do if
Don't
she
let
don't
her
wake
get
up?
off the couch.
Well, I mean, who had to go to the store up the road in the trailer and get Mom cigarettes and stuff? I did.
Right. Well, and my juicy fruit gum, because there was a guy in the trailer park that had his living room turned into a freaking convenience store, and he took food
Yes.
stamps. I'm not shitting you. And I remember he had double juicy fruit bubble gum, like the little packs, the 25 cents, and he probably charged us full price or double for it or whatever. But his name was Pops, and we'd go to Pops' house and get Mama's cigarettes or beer or whatever, and get us a little something, wink, wink, with our food stamp.
Yeah.
To bag of chips or something. But yeah, he did. He had a little convenience store in his front.
I mean, what happened to the days where people sold beer to kids?
Right.
It was
Right.
so easy back then. Now it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, they didn't even put it in a sack. You just toted it right down there. You
just got 240s.
with
Bigger
your
than
cigarettes
her.
in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But funny enough, one day, I don't know why we were talking about natural gas. Anyways, I was like, that smell reminds me of the trailer park. And I was like, why the hell did it always smell like natural gas? I was like, I think it was natural selection. They were like, we'll just overload them with gas and then they'll just kill out, and because I was like,
And a couple of did blow their trailers up. It did happen.
yes. But I'm like, we would go to school and then, recoup from the gas, exposure and then go back home. And I'm like, I said, no wonder I don't have fetal alcohol syndrome. It was the gas exposure that we had.
It's a slow gas leak.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they done that on purpose. It was like, because they literally kept, the trailer park was like, my nanny called it the zoo. It was it was in the city limits, but it was off so that people couldn't really walk to town. They didn't want us to be too close. But I mean, it was literally a zoo. They were just like, let them, take care of each other. They'll take care
They
of it.
fend for themselves.
Yes. It's like our own little, I mean, they should have had a precinct, a police precinct there because they were there so much. But yeah.
Well, most of them would wanted a ride somewhere.
Right,
so.
exactly.
They're calling 911. Can I get a ride?
Well, and Jessica, I don't remember this, but apparently we would go on the church bus with any church. So no wonder kids were doodled by all these church people because, I mean.
They didn't doodle us, girl.
No,
ma'am.
Bad as hell.
Yeah. We were doodling him. He wasn't doodling us.
And specifically, they would only have certain bus drivers would even come to that trailer park and pick the kids up. But Jessica said that we would come home, tell about coming home from Wednesday night church, and there'd be a fight.
Yeah, they'd be lined up in the circle, and Mr. Alfred would be like, "Go on, kids, get out!"
And
they're
they'd be
fighting. Usually, it was our mom. Go on and get out! Y'all can't take us back to church and call somebody. They're like, "No, go ahead and get out." He never even smiled or looked concerned. Just, literally smoked the tires getting out of there.
Did you pray for your mom? Y'all should have been praying for them at
Yes.
church.
Well, I mean, hell, I was like, damn.
I was praying for food and stuff.
Well, no, that's probably what that bus driver, y'all should have been praying for you.
Jessica said we'd pull up and there'd be
fighting.
cops everywhere and
Yes.
guns shooting, and he'd just be like, all right, get on out. What the hell?
The cop would hold the door open for us to get out. Come on, kids.
Get inside, there's a gun.
It's like Jessica says she would get saved at church every Wednesday because if you got saved, you got a piece of candy.
Well, then they showed you attention one-on-one. I needed that.
And they were like, damn, there's Jessica again.
Well, I
getting
always need to talk to somebody.
She needed somebody.
She
And I
did.
know I told them that we lived a crappy
They
life.
didn't give a
never
shit.
know.
You were trying to get them to come save you.
Yes.
And they were like, go, 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 go. Hurry up.
That's terrible.
It
You
is
couldn't
too.
just come out and say, call DCS.
Right. They were like, shh, you're fine. You're fine.
No,
Back home.
You don't got but a few more years.
that's right. I'm like, I'm 7. I've got at least 11.
Oh,
Be like, I can count.
Yes.
oh gosh.
Jeez. Now, who went to hair school first?
We started the same day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no passion for hair at all.
Well, neither did I. It was
We-
the only thing we could get in without a GED.
GD or a high school diploma. And Jessica called me and was like, so we're going to hair school, literally. And I was like, okay. Then I was like, sure, because we're going to start a multi-million-dollar company. Okay. And then we went and signed up and they were like, it's going to be 6-8 weeks before y'all can get in. we were like, hell yeah, that gives us like 6-8 weeks not to do shit because we can't get a job because we're, signed up for hair school. Bitch, they called us the next day. Was like, we're ready for y'all. We was like, what? No, we're not. I'm surprised. It was the good Lord that drug us through that.
Oh, yeah.
We did. I mean, it was hard.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Well,
Yeah.
for us. Yeah. Remember the gas leak. Yeah. Yeah, it was hard. It was more difficult than you thought it was going to be. And the teacher hated me, loved Jessica, and hated me. It did not matter what I did for that woman. Like one time she come outside and was like, does anybody have one of those big luggage rack things that go on the top of your car and I was like, I do. And I didn't even have one, but my ex-mother-in-law did. And I went and got it and installed it on her car and she still couldn't stand me. I'm like, damn. I tried everything. I tried to kiss her ass and everything and it didn't work. She never did like me. So fuck off. But anyways, yeah, we went to hair school together, but she graduated first because I went on maternity leave with Jaden during it. So I had to stay a little longer than her. But she went and got her license before me, but then she was going to take a year off. Like she hadn't already took 8 years. She took 8 years. And then I got my license and
She was waiting on you.
No, hell no, she
Good
wasn't.
sister.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, right.
She was good, sister.
No, my friend called and was like, bitch, I got you a job. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want one. Thank you, though. And she was like,
While you was going to take you a year off, too?
yeah, hell yeah,
exactly.
it was. 'Cause I just got out of high school. I was like, I'm going to do a gap year. And she was like, no, you have an interview on Saturday. I was like, fuck. I didn't even have scissors. I had to go to her house and borrow her scissors. So I got a job. And then 9 months later, I was like, Jessica, no, if I got to fucking work, you do too. Get your ass down here. This ain't
I was being a stay-at-home mom.
which she had already
All my
been.
kids were in school.
Yeah, the best kind. So, and then we've worked together ever since. But we've always worked together.
We've been fired twice on our day off.
Yes.
One of them was a volunteer job.
Yes. We worked at a convenience store. Well, we didn't get fired from that. We basically did. I mean, they basically,
The store?
yeah.
You did. I didn't.
Well, if you wouldn't have stolen crackers.
No, it's because you wouldn't help. What's her name?
What?
You wouldn't help her stock the cooler or something, right?
No, they said I stole the money. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
From the crackhead nephew.
Yeah.
We worked at a convenience store, and then we probably worked there like 6 months, and then they hired their crackhead nephew who just got out of prison for crack, literally, to come. And then my money bag got stolen, and so the one owner was like, "We know you didn't do it. We know it was him. Whatever." And so I'm like, "Okay, cool." Well, then the manager tells Jessica, she's like, "No, they think Ashley did it." I'm like, "I've worked here for 6 months, and my drawer has never been off." And then all of a sudden, he starts working here, and I steal the whole damn bag, really? So anyways, we were going to be badasses, and they said, oh, and we also know that Jessica got a pack of crackers that she didn't pay for. Yeah, so it was 50 cents. So we went through the drive-thru and throwed quarters at the window. Like, you ain't firing us for nothing.
No.
Oh, you going to go down. So we threw a fit and, threw quarters at the window and stuff at them. And then we tried to.
You have a convenience store with a drive-thru?
Yes, and where she's from, all of the convenience stores, it's the weirdest thing. All of the convenience stores have drive-thrus.
I mean, that sounds amazing.
It's amazing. It really is. You just pull up and like, give me Marlboro Lights and a Mountain Dew and yeah.
Crackers.
Yeah, 3 bug juices and yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen that in Panama City, and I think it's a liquor store
No,
that you can drive through.
all of where she's from, the town that she raised her kids in, all of their, and where I live now, there's a couple that have them, but I have never used them. And then our hometown just got their first drive-through, and we are big shit now.
I mean, I think that everywhere should have
Yes.
that. That sounds so good.
Especially because, like, today I had the babies, and I'm like, I need to get them something to drink. I'm not getting them out of the car to go in.
Yeah.
Like, that's horrible. So I just went on home, and got
Now,
drinks.
can you not leave them in the car for just a minute?
Oh, God, no. If they saw that, no. Lord, no. We would be in so much trouble.
I mean, did y'all do that when
Oh, yeah.
Because I used to leave mine in the car all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
But I said that to somebody the other night, and they acted like I was crazy.
Oh, yeah. I used to.
Their kid was asleep, and they were taking their mom back to the nursing home. And I'm like, well, just pull up in front and lock the door.
Yeah, no.
They were like, you cannot do
I would
that.
stand in the convenience store and talk to the girls and watch out the window like they're still good. They're still, like, no. I did that all the time. Or if they were asleep, I ain't waking their asses
Yeah,
up.
when
I'd
I
sleep.
get home, I'd leave them in the car.
Yeah, us too.
They were sleeping.
Hell yeah.
Roll
Not
the
now.
windows down. They ain't going to.
I'm surprised that they allow you as much time as it does to walk around the car to get the kid out nowadays.
That is true.
It's like so, damn, everybody's, watching you and shit. So, but yeah, then we volunteered.
What's wrong with these kids these days?
Exactly. We volunteered to be cheerleading coaches.
Fired twice for that.
We did get fired twice in front of the kids.
About got in a fight with the woman and her friend.
I mean, they were like, we're calling the law. We were like, call the fucking law. Like, we have no coup.
Were the kids all there?
Oh, yeah. They were like,
One time I wasn't even there when you
like,
got fired.
no,
I pulled
I
up.
got fired and Jessica pulled up. I was like, get back in your fucking car. We don't work here no more. And it was volunteer.
I'm like,
She was
what's going on?
So she's like, put in reverse. She's like, I was like, go to the fucking shop. I'll tell you what's going on. She's like,
I didn't even have kids that cheered.
no, she was like, okay, I don't even know what's happening.
Was Aniston a cheerleader?
Yeah. And I was like, get your ass, get back in the car. You know,
You ain't cheering with these hoes now. Go on and get in your car
no,
seat.
poor Jessica got this. She was like, what happened? I was like, let me tell you what happened. Look, these bitches. And then, yes. And then we got fired again. We tried to fight the director and her assistant. And
Yeah.
they almost called the law, but whatever. Anyways. But our girls were like, go, Coach Ashley, Coach Jessica.
Yeah.
And because we were fighting for them. But anyways, that's another story for another day.
Damn cheerleaders.
I know. And then the shop that we worked at for 10 years, they also let us go on our day off because they were scared of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
They waited. So Jessica
We
called
don't
me.
have a good reputation.
No, not for that. They know that we may overreact a little bit.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. We're kind of, explosive.
I
sometimes.
mean, you just say things everybody else thinks.
Exactly. And you're not going to run over us,
Yeah.
point blank period. So they know that.
And if you hear them, they talk shit, then you ask them about it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't know why everybody's not like that.
So that's when we got our own shop. And
Ain't nobody can fire you now.
Nope.
No.
No, we have ran people out of the shop and tried
Yeah.
to fight in the parking lot. Twice. Yes. I mean, you can't take us nowhere, but,
It's fine. I mean,
But, the thing is like,
normal.
you don't have to guess if we like you or not, or,
because
yeah. And we're the realest people.
I know. I hate a fake ass bitch.
Me too.
And I can't keep it real either. Like if
Mhm.
it's on my face,
Mhm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to waste my words.
Yep.
It's why.
Right. Yep. We pretty much weed those people out of our salon
Yeah.
pretty quickly. Like, they'll
Yeah.
realize that, like, we're not going to be, we don't baby people and,
And we're not catering to you. You're
Mm-mm.
actually going to get stuff for us.
right. Hold our shit while we do.
That's right.
Let's see. So have you ever been arrested?
No.
Neither one of y'all have been
No,
arrested.
isn't that it's funny?
Yes.
Everybody's always like, God, y'all are so. They just assume that we're like, have felon. I was like, no, we've never even been pulled over by the law. Like, we walk on the right side of the law. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
All of my siblings have been arrested.
See?
No.
Even poor Dixie.
Oh,
Can you
poor
imagine
Dixie.
that?
No,
Even Dixie, little Dixie was arrested.
no, we've never been. I think Mom got enough, criminal record. Never been in trouble.
No.
Well, have y'all not been arrested either? Don't be over there smirking.
Wow. Look, yeah.
Sissy boys.
Good for y'all. If we're in our hometown, we've got a good chance of them going. We're like Otis, you know what I mean? They're like, hell, just let her sleep it off or something. But if we're not, we're screwed, real screwed, because we don't know nobody except for our hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got arrested like twice and within a week one time.
Damn.
It's like for assault, but I mean it was fine. But I worked for an officer, so it's not like when I'd get in trouble, like I got out. I mean, I'd go in and then they'd book me, and then I'd leave, and my friends would bring them like the whole booking wings, and we'd
that's
feed them,
good.
and they'd be like,
So how many times have you been arrested?
"Oh, probably 3,
3.
maybe 4. I don't know."
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
I mean,
But I mean, I had to stay in jail for 12 days though.
12 days.
12 days for assault. Yeah.
Damn.
My ex-husband cheated on me, and you don't do that. And
Right.
so then I might have broke all the windows out of his
Oh.
new girlfriend's house.
Oh.
Maybe next time I'll think before he
That should be allowed.
With rocks,
yeah.
little paver things that
Yeah.
were like, bless our happy home. Yeah. In my church clothes on a Sunday with my kids in the car.
Mm. Well, I'm
Kids,
back
you
in-
don't act like this.
Exactly. Yeah. You
But I
don't-
mean, I rode by and my truck was there and I was like, oh.
Oh, God.
So then, I mean, she should have come out, little bitch. Didn't come out of the house.
Now, I've been in situations like that. I've just never actually gotten
But then I seen her, and then my feelings were hurt because she was awful.
ugly.
Yes. I'm like, if you're going to cheat on me, at least be somebody cute.
Exactly.
I mean, her teeth were all. And then I got arrested at work one time because she would come in my restaurant at Coconut Bay. I worked there forever. And like she would come in there, and I'm like, you're just asking for me to hurt you.
Right.
So I think I owned karaoke one night. It's like, we got Cheryl in the house. She sleeps with all the married men.
Oh, God, that's great. Oh, that's great.
Oh, it was awful. Threw all kinds of beer mugs. I mean,
Oh,
I might
good
have
for
gone to her
you.
work with a bag of clothes that I cut up.
I did that one time.
And she wasn't there, thank God, because there's no telling. But I was like, she had just started. And I was like, can I speak with Cheryl? They're like, well, she's not here. And I was like, oh, are you married? Because she'll probably be fucking your husband. They were like, oh, my God. It's
You're
like, you might want to tell everybody at the Christmas party.
Enter Keela Carr here.
I know. She comes to my office now. And
She
I try
does?
not to go out there when she comes in. Not because, I
Yeah.
mean,
You're
because I
just a
probably
changed
would.
woman.
I would still be ugly.
Oh,
Even though it's been 20 years and they're not even married anymore.
gotcha.
But he actually come in last year. And I was like, oh.
Mm. Yeah.
He's like, hey, we need to talk. I'm like, no, we don't. You're good.
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, over that.
I know. And then my husband one night was going to whoop him at a restaurant. I was like, Brian, sit down. You're supposed to be the better husband.
Right, right. Look, I upgraded.
But he
Sit
thought
down.
I was like, I think Brian thought that he like abused me.
Oh,
And I'm like,
so he's going to take up for you.
he was trying to. And I'm like, no. Do I look like he abused me?
You're like, I abused him and his girlfriends and anybody in their path.
Yeah, he did. He made me crazy for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I may still be crazy,
Right.
but he deserved it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be in court and Judge Ash would be like, now, Keela, are you back again? I'm like, yes, sir. And I'm like, but she slept with my husband. Y'all need to arrest that bitch.
In the middle of the courtroom.
I
Great.
did.
That's great.
They're like, has anybody been abused? And he's like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Sit down.
Right,
You've been
exactly.
abused, stupid.
He's got Stockholm syndrome. He's like, no, sir, I've not been abused. Keela's like, yeah. It's like, yeah.
It was bad.
Stop asking
I don't
questions.
even, my husband's going to be like, why the hell are you talking about that?
That's hilarious, though.
I mean, he might be next if he don't straighten up.
That's right. Well, you've already showed us what you could do to him.
I know. That was just, we were just kidding. My husband now's good. He's the best husband in the world. He really is. Oh, my word. I know I have to say happy birthday to my daddy.
Okay, happy
he just
birthday,
turned
Daddy.
70.
Nice.
We bowled like 52 games Sunday. I hurt my hip.
Yeah, you're too old for all that.
Hell, I know. And he's 70. He bowled right with us.
He'd probably do better than you. Is he in better shape?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's what he's taken up doing since he's retired.
Gotcha.
But we went down and did a big birthday party and we had a big time. We sent him
Aw.
on a helicopter ride. And he says that I can't talk about him on any of this.
But he ain't
But-
going to listen to it anyways, right?
He does. He sneaks and listens to it and he knows every damn thing we talk about. So I'm like, well, I'm going to tell you happy birthday, Daddy.
That's
And I
right.
love you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So there's that. What else? Tell us something about Ashley that we don't know. What's her craziest story?
She hasn't had it yet.
Oh, God.
It's coming.
Well, Jessica wasn't there. Like, she was there, but when I was married to my ex, she wasn't, well, because he isolated me from everybody. So she didn't see all that. Like, she heard about it, but she didn't see all of that, like, craziness that went on with him. Now, she saw him doing donuts around her trailer and stuff and, threatening to kill everybody, that stuff. But she didn't really see me doing the crazy stuff. So.
Oh, so you got a little crazy like me crazy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to tell y'all what else I did. It was really bad. I mean, when I moved out of our house, I might have cut up raw chicken and put it down all the vents.
That sounds great.
That's a good idea.
I sure did. If I could have bought cockroaches and put them in it, I would have. I put all the flowers up out of the yard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrible looking. He had a daughter, and I took the slide and the trampoline, the middle of it, because I was like, no kid's going to be jumping on my trampoline, and the slide, I donated it all to Cold Stake. It's awful.
God. Poor Kayla.
I
So this
know.
is not your kid's daddy?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-mm.
Gotcha.
I may have told her I'd gut her like a deer. I don't even hunt.
The kid?
No,
Oh,
it's the girls.
damn. We've just crossed the line. Gotcha.
I mean, it was. I did. I had a mental break for a minute, but I'm good now.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm on Prozac.
That's right. Same.
And so he's always like, "Don't be getting crazy now."
I was trying to think of a crazy story.
So what did you do crazy?
Oh, with my ex?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, one time he stole my wallet and it was Easter and I was going to take, it was for my kids, for the Easter bunny. And he stole my wallet because he'd done that every single time that we split up, which was every other week probably. And I went to where he was at and, sweet talked him and got my wallet back. And then I poured a 2-liter Coke in his boots, stole his wallet on top of mine and his truck keys so he couldn't go anywhere. And we were in like another county over. And then he thought it was like all good and everything was good. And then he called me later. He's like, "You motherfucker." And I was like, "Yeah, you're not going to steal my damn Easter bunny money. I know the hell you ain't." So his boots were ruined. And then one time he had a girlfriend, because we were split up, because this happened all the time. And she was just helping him through a hard time. Like I'm a fucking idiot. So I met up with her, because we're going to be friends. And she was dumb too, because she was like, "Oh yeah, we're just friends." And so I took her to him and then was like, "Let's talk this shit out." And then he said something very crude that I can't even repeat because it's so disturbing. And I was just like, almost like woke up, I was like, "What the hell am I doing here? Like, why are you chasing this idiot?" So I go to leave and he takes my keys. And so I go to get in his truck because it was jacked up. I was like, "I'll run over my damn car. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm leaving." And so he's like, "No, I'll give you your keys. I'll give you your keys." So he gives me my keys and I put them in between my fingers. And I mean, I'm waylaying him. Well, about the time he hits me one time on the top of the head and about the time the guy that he was staying with comes out, that's all he saw. So he holds him up against the fence and I am tearing him up. I mean, I'm talking about gashes in the eyeballs, in the ears, in the chin. I mean, I'm tearing. He had blood all over him. But the guy, he didn't see all of the first. He thought he just hit me. He was like, "Oh." And so she's screaming at the road, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Bitch, you're next. You better." She was like, "Oh my God, please don't, please don't, please don't." And so I walked to the car and he's standing in front of the headlights. And I mean, it was like a horror film. He had a white shirt on and there was blood everywhere. And he was like, "I'm not done with you." And I was like, "Bitch, come on, you can get you some more." And his friend like pulled him away. And then she was like, "Can you please give me a ride back to the town?" I was like, "Yeah, but you better not open your fucking mouth." But I ended up putting her out on at the damn stop sign. I think she was like a nurse or something, but she fell right into his bullshit, thinking that he was, lived this pitiful life and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Bitch, you can get you some too." Out here screaming, she's crazy. And yeah, you ain't seen crazy. So I went home and I'm surprised he didn't call the law, but he was on parole. So see, he couldn't involve the law.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I got away with a lot of stuff with him, because he couldn't involve the law because he was on parole. So there were several times that I was always the aggressor with him, but like he would push me to that point. And I'll take full responsibility that I was the aggressor, but a person can only be, pushed and talked to for so long before, you just snap. So I didn't realize I was that crazy until him.
I mean, my ex-husband was like 6'4", but he would like try to hold me down and he wouldn't let me up. And then, by the time I got up, I was like, "Oh, wait."
Oh, yeah.
And I would be nice. Like one time he let me up and there was a water hose that had been cut and it was laying there. I mean, I beat the snot out of him with the damn water hose. He had whelps all over.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "See what you made me do?
Yep.
It's all your fault."
Right.
And it was his fault.
Right. Jessica knows about that.
It's like these women are crazy.
The beginning of her marriage was she threw a peanut butter jar through the window, cut his fan cord, because, that's important. If you sleep with a fan, don't fuck with my fan cord. She cut it. She
stole the cord with me.
And took the cord with and she stole all of his clothes except for his funeral clothes.
And I rubbed his toothbrush in my poop.
In her poop.
And didn't tell him.
But look, he had to wear slacks to Walmart.
Look, if y'all think y'all hadn't ever screwed a woman over and she hadn't done this shit to y'all, you're dumb.
Right. And if you think she hadn't, just think of how many shitty toothbrushes you used. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he had to wear probably a white button up and slacks to Walmart to get more clothes makes me chuckle.
That's all I left him.
That's hilarious. Oh, I had a boyfriend one time that left me for another girl. And I thought I was over it. And then he was like, "I'm going to come get my clothes." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you are." 3 garbage bags. I sat there and I cut everything, but I cut it to where he wouldn't see it. So I cut And he couldn't get it fixed. So like a suit, I cut it up the back and like cut it over and like cut a big chunk out of it and kept the piece of fabric just so he couldn't get it. And even the socks, cut all the toes out. I mean, it took me all day, but I worked really hard. And then I folded everything really neat and I put it in the bag. And he even texted me when he picked it up and he was like, thank you so much for taking care of my stuff. I was like, you're welcome anytime. And then he called me later. He was like, you bitch. And I was like, yeah, eat shit, buddy.
Now, and let me just say, like mine, I'm sure y'all's did a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, I didn't even know we were dating other people, much less we were. I mean, I thought we were married. We didn't do that shit.
Right, exactly.
I mean, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a crazy bitch, so I never thought he would cheat on me.
Right.
Because
Yep.
and my friends tried to tell me, and I just didn't catch on. And then,
Same.
So I was a dumbass until I wasn't, and then I didn't. There wasn't nothing left in our house that if it was glass, it was broken. He went to Chicago and then called me while he was with the girl. He called me to tell me Happy New Year, and then he called me back and was like, oh, well, I'm just going to let you know I'm really here with Cheryl. And I'm like, oh, really? Boom.
Yep.
What's that? Oh, nothing, honey, bye. Then he called
And this
back,
is on
don't you break the TV.
us not knowing how to handle our emotions. But our childhood may have like set us up for failure, but it is what it is. We've seen Barbara Jean kick few men's asses. Like,
yeah, and we were in marriage counseling, and they told him to go stay at his parents if he was going to come home drunk, so we didn't fight. They said parents. They didn't say your girlfriend's house.
Right.
They said go stay with your parents.
Right.
So I just thought he was,
Yep.
We only had one car. He wouldn't come home, so I could take the kids to school. He's a whole jackleg.
Oh, yeah.
He's still an asshole.
Yeah. We've
But-
all been there.
So it's not like I just did all that just to be mean.
No.
And
right.
I'd do it again, too. Let me just tell you that.
Exactly.
Go and cheat on me. How dare you? And you shouldn't be cheating on people anyway. Have the balls to break up with somebody.
Right. Now, Jessica has a boyfriend now, and they're good now, but at the beginning of their relationship, because she had a lot of toxic behaviors that come over from her marriage of 22 years,
Yeah.
We didn't realize that we had, I'm not going to say we didn't realize we had toxic behaviors, but we didn't really look inward when things happen. It was like explode, but one time, tell them about the time you were going to.
Well, and if your mom was that way too, like my mom,
yeah.
like her relationships were always
Explosive.
toxic until my dad or my stepdad. So
Well, Jessica,
that's what you're supposed to do, right?
this was like 7 years ago.
I don't even know if the fight was over, but I took him to get his medicine, like high blood pressure medicine. He's not that old, I promise. Anyways, he left it in the car, and I pulled into his driveway where I could just pull right out and not back out. And so I waited till he got behind my car, and then I throwed the medicine out the window so that way when he reached down, I was going to gas the car and throw rocks at his face. But I end up about going across the road and wrecking.
She lost control.
But I end up gaining, control back. But I know he's seen that.
I told her, I said, bitch, if you ever do that, you just keep going through that field.
I almost wrecked, though. But I gassed it to where I got control back. But I almost wrecked. I'm sure he's seen it. But anyways, I'm sure the rocks also hit him in the face. That was the point of it.
Right. So who cares if she almost wrecked? I said, if you would have jumped that
If I would have wrecked, I would have got out and walked. I would not. I went back over to him. I would not have.
She would have went to the neighbors and called 911.
I wouldn't have cared if they had a sex offender. I would have knocked right on their door and went right on in.
We are spiteful.
Yes.
And it makes me sad because I think maybe Dixie and Cassie, their lives would have been different if I had been around because they put up with a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, oh, hell no, we don't put up with that.
Yeah.
Let me just show you what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hate that we weren't together so I could whoop their men.
Yeah, right.
Which I'd probably have been in prison with Cassie.
Right, true.
Yeah.
True.
Cassie and I'd been cellmates.
Yeah.
Can you be cellmates with your family?
I don't think so. I think it's conflict of interest.
Oh.
But if you're from where we're from, everybody knows everybody. And
It's like a family reunion
Right.
when you go to jail.
Right. The sheriff is none of the officials are our family, but all the inmates are our family. So, we're fist bumping and stuff over the wall. But yeah, we spend a lot of time at that
We're
jail.
going to have to call this episode, Welcome, Jessica, and Things Men Make You Do.
Right. Yes. Because this ain't going to be the last time she comes.
No, we'll have to do it.
Well, it did take us 3 hours to get here, so.
She's like, I'm done with
I'll have
y'all.
to take a vacation day to get back up here.
She was like, damn, you do this? I said, no, this is 1 hour from my house, but it's 1 hour and 20 from hers, and then I have to drive 30 to her house. So it's like a 2-hour drive for me.
So now, like, where do you?
I
don't
live
have
in
to
Hickman
say.
County,
Hickman, where our shop is at.
but I just moved back there. I
So is
lived
that
in Lewis
Columbia?
County.
Because I get
No,
confused.
Columbia's Murray, where I'm at.
Okay. Okay.
And she's in Centerville, where,
Centerville. Okay.
yeah, which is where
Okay.
our shop's at. That's where she lives, in our hometown.
Yeah.
So, which is where we were raised. But actually, Jessica lived like 26 years,
No, 27.
27 years in a neighboring town. So she just moved back. And lucky for her, most of our family's in jail, so they're not knocking on her door.
We should have an episode where we bring our family members
Oh,
mugshots
Lord.
or
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
ones
we
in
can't bring
jail.
them. They're in prison. But we can
Yeah.
maybe call them or something. But,
But I was married to an addict, so my mom loved him. My mom loved
Yes.
my
Mhm.
husband. Plus, I was with him since I was 16, but like, they were dope buddies.
Yeah,
So,
Now,
connection.
do you think that because my ex-husband was an alcoholic, but because I have a fix, I want to fix something.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
Or
yeah,
try
we're
to fix
fixers.
it, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't. They never.
We're definitely
never
fixers.
worked.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is really weird that I stayed with Hagen. I've stayed with Hagen because he didn't need to be fixed. And then I
Yeah.
realized that I needed to be fixed.
right.
And not necessarily like through alcohol or drugs, but like he is the reason that I've been able to like do the self-help journey thing is
Mhm.
because I don't have to focus on him and what the hell he's doing. And so it was really weird that I could actually focus on myself because I've never dated anybody where I could focus on myself.
Yeah, because after you're used to that
Chaos.
drama,
Yeah, the chaos. Yeah.
then when you're
Toxic.
in a normal, it's like,
Yeah.
"What-
Yeah. You're just
you
like
not
waiting
want
for
to fight tonight?
You're waiting for something to
What
pop
do you
I
off.
do?
love boring. Like, I love the boring life.
But she did the same thing at first with her boyfriend. It was
Yeah.
like just waiting for the shoe to drop. Like and he don't,
no.
he's cool, calm, and collected, and
Yeah.
he's
And I have friends that were in that, and they still they drive me crazy when I talk to them because it's so.
drama and toxic.
And I'm
And
like, oh, I can't.
yeah,
Have
yes,
to
I
do
love
small
boring
doses.
too.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I'm like, just to sit at home and watch TV and not worry about him cheating or like no drugs or he's
Yeah.
not gonna come home sloppy drunk. Like,
No.
thank you, Lord. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely are fixers too, though.
Yeah.
And
All right. Well, I think we've done a good show today, or a good job. I think we've traumatized our producer. I mean, I love it. I love it.
And we do need to talk about if this ends up being our last episode for this little season, we may take a break
Uh-huh.
for like a couple months, just so we can get things
Until
on.
September,
Till like September, like the week after the
because we're
13th.
gonna be partying in August because I'm turning 50.
And I have a vacation in September, and then we want to come back and do some spooky stuff for
Yes.
October. So I think this may be our like last little.
And I told Trent we would do September 13th because it's a Wednesday, but I'm on a cruise that week,
And I'm on
she's-
vacation.
So it'll be the week after.
So
If y'all are okay with that.
this is our little season finale. This is our first little season, and
Mm-hmm.
look, we still need you to like us on Instagram, Barbara Jean and Wanda. Email us, Barbara Jean and Wanda podcast@gmail.com.
We have a phone number. We don't even
We don't know what
it
that is, but
We
our
forget about
TikToks
it.
are My Lost and Found Sisters and Trailer Park Chronicles.
Yes.
Find us on there. You can message us. Send us your stories. If you could email us your stories or send them through Instagram. Oh, let me tell you all this. So Instagram, we got our first message, and it was about my ghost in my house.
Oh, you told me that.
Yes. So a lady said that her friend was, she didn't call her medium, but she called her something. And she said that it was a lady in a wedding dress dancing around, and a man that lived on the land at some time that lived in like a cabin there way back when. I have no history of that or anything. And then she also said something demonic. I don't really think it's anything demonic. I feel like we would know that. But so we did get our first message about that. And we want to shout out to Callista because she had a bad day today, and she's our number
Hey,
one fan.
Callista.
She's our number one fan, and she's had a bad week. So thank you for being our number one fan, and thank you for messaging me when we don't post a episode and say, hey, where's the podcast at? So,
I know my sister Susie does that too.
well, that's good. Hi, Susie.
Yeah, thank you, Susie.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to get some more material together, and we're going to come back better than ever. But we need y'all stories, and we need y'all letting us know what you want to hear.
Yes, all your sister shit. or
Yeah.
mama shit or
And we're going to have Jessica back
shit.
on because we didn't even scratch the surface
no,
today.
and her stories are, I mean,
Hilarious.
they are so funny.
Yes.
They wasn't in.
Humor through trauma, you know.
But now we can look back and laugh.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you
But
have
thank
to.
gosh.
Because if you didn't, you'd be crying. But
Look, and I told Cole because he's got that official banger squad.
what the fuck is that? A banger?
Banger squad, girl. Official banger squad where him and his little hunt buddies, they have a little Instagram and they all post their stuff and then they've got this merch.
Oh.
And I think because it says the banger squad, it's like everybody wants their hats
Yeah.
and stuff. It is cool though, isn't it, Trent? Yeah.
I did see what you had. So that's your son's?
Yeah, that's
Okay, I saw.
who
That's
knew?
cool.
You go, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we need to read our review from a can of lard.
Yes.
And then, well, it's really not a can of lard, but it kind of is. So, CANALLARD. It is kind of a can of lard. But we love you and thank you because she says she's never laughed so hard at a podcast. Unfortunately, it wasn't all fun growing up, but you ladies are my kind of thrivers. Our generation did not survive trauma. We used ours to thrive. Kids today have no idea what real trauma actually is. This podcast needs to be a must in all high schools for these traumatized, anxiety-filled youth of today. I don't think I've read that till now. I don't know if we need to go to high school. God, listen.
Oh,
We
they want
probably
us to
just
go-
traumatized Can of Lard about our stories. We are sorry,
Sorry, Ken.
but it's our truth.
That's right. So thank
But-
y'all and keep sending us reviews or whatever and let us know, all
Yes,
the
and
things.
go back and re-listen.
Yes.
'Cause some of them are funnier the second time.
Yes. And we love y'all. And we'll see
Yeah.
y'all in like a month and a half.
Yes, we will talk to y'all later.
All right.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
My heart is in my ass.
Oh, and remember, we can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can.
Mm-hmm. Guess we'll cut you or put chicken down you,
Vince.
Vince.